You're listening to the What's Happening podcast with Gary Watts.
Good morning. I'm here with Caleb Shield. He's with the Watts Group. Caleb, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Every day's
Are
a
you
good day.
glad you're here?
I am. I am.
Well, we're glad you're here. Hey, it's Parade of Homes
Mhm.
in Johnson County in Iowa City area. I shouldn't just say Iowa City, should I?
Not anymore.
Where is the parade this year?
We are, well, the parade is in Iowa City,
Right.
Coralville,
Yep.
North Liberty, Solon, Ely, and Kelowna.
Wow, all over the place. In Tiffin, right? You said Tiffin. Or is there one in Tiffin?
I don't know if there is one in Tiffin.
See,
this
I'm
year.
trying to sneak one in.
Yeah, I think you're. I think you are. I think you're throwing one in.
Anyway, it's a great time of year. It's beautiful out. It's summer. Memorial Day's passed, and we have the Parade of Homes. So there's a ton of work by all home builders in our area, in the Iowa City area, that put I think their best foot forward for the Parade of Homes, and that's coming up next weekend, like June 8th and 9th, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then the following weekend and Tuesday and Thursday during the midweek. So we give all kinds of opportunity for people to come out and check this out. You need to, because of all the parades, and we're going to talk about the Watts Group and then all the parades. But we have some amazing parades coming out. I think the public's just going to have a fantastic viewing, and you need to get out and see them, especially this year with as many really, really cool homes. It's been a while since we've had some. I think maybe the last couple of years it started to increase, but we got some truly luxury houses. So tell us a little bit before we get down the road of Parade of Homes. Tell us about what you do at the Watts Group. Tell us a little bit about your background. Now you're from West Liberty, right?
Yep.
I'll let it go from there.
Yep.
You can take off from West Liberty.
So I'm from West Liberty and born and raised there. Still live there today.
All right.
Yep. Raising my kids there.
Out by the golf course, so you can practice at night, right?
Yes. Yep. I don't get many holes in, but I get some. My son's getting close to beating me, so I'm about ready to retire.
How's that make you feel?
Well, it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yep. But so I grew up in West Liberty, across from the football field is where I was born and raised. And
Right by the football field.
Right by the football field.
Okay.
Yep. And my grandpa owned a wood shop right down the road, so that's kind of what got me into woodworking, construction industry. He was a hobbyist, so he would build toys, stuff like that.
Really? What did he do with the wood shop? Just tinker, or was he actually what he did for a living?
Yeah, no. So he actually owned and operated the West Liberty Telephone Company, and so that was his release, I guess. He wasn't a golfer, so he would go down and build toys, and he built a kitchen table for us, and just a hobbyist.
So when you were a little kid, you're seeing your grandpa in there working with wood.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
No lasers back then, right?
No lasers. Kept all of our fingers. Yeah. Yep.
I just was in a class reunion Becky had, and they had the laser things. They're showing the woodworking. They also have a deal now when they're cutting the wood or whatever. Like if you get to where your finger stops, it just puts a red mark. Yep. I don't know what they called it. I don't know if it's a laser that stops it from.
It's a saw stop. It's a certain. Yeah, it's a neat machine.
Amazing, because otherwise, you'd hate to.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd all be.
Yeah. So anyway, back to woodworking. You saw that, and then where'd you go from there?
So then my brother started a construction company. He actually moved to Arizona and worked with my uncle, Ray Morrison, and built homes down there. Came back to West Liberty, and he started a construction company. So I was in high school at the time. Naturally, give me a job. Pick up nails, pick up whatever it was, and that's how I got started.
Were you a good nail picker-upper?
I was a great nail picker-upper. Yep.
You didn't have a magnet on a lawnmower and drive around the sides, did you?
Yeah, they had one. They just didn't give it to me. Yeah.
You had to pick them up individually.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. So you got a construction background. Then keep me going here.
So then I started to sell real estate, after probably 5 years working in the sun, hammering nails, beating up thumbs, stuff like that.
So that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
In other words, you want to quit working, right?
Yeah, I want to quit working and make the big bucks. I saw all the realtors running around in these nice cars and stuff.
Right.
Yep. So I went into real estate and specialized in new construction. So I sold a lot of my brother's homes, and that's kind of what got me on my feet. And then, I had some other investors. I just developed relationships and sold real estate for a while and decided, I don't want to be a salesman. I want to do something with my hands still. So I opened a woodworking company and owned and operated that for about 10, 12 years.
Really?
Yep.
What'd you make? Did you make trim, cabinets?
Yep. So we primarily made standing and running trim. So we would make trim for high end residential stuff that was $1 million plus, and that was 10 years ago. So when $1 million was $1 million, and then commercial, we do a lot of assisted livings and churches and stuff like that.
So you're busy.
Yep.
How many people work for you?
We had 12 at one point in
Really?
time. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. We had contracts with Menards and made a lot of moldings. We also sold doors and cabinetry, stuff like that. We didn't build as much, but
So did you work out of a warehouse in West Liberty? Or?
nope. In Marion, actually, I worked out of Marion. Yep. And our shop was in Marion, but there's not that many $1 million homes being built
Yeah.
in eastern Iowa. So most days I wasn't there. I was in Chicago or Dubuque or somewhere else.
Huh, I didn't know they traveled around. So.
Yep.
How big was your shop?
I started with 20,000 square feet, and then went to 30,000 square feet, and then
You're getting close to an acre.
yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of square footage for
Yeah.
manufacturing.
And then you sold it.
Yep, moved on, and my wife went to Dartmouth, so
Hmm.
she was there, and it was time to you can't work 80 hours every week, so
Right.
yep. So I sold it. She got her master's at Dartmouth, and I was taking care of the kids for 3 years,
Cool. Cool.
and then I
here
came
we
to you.
come.
Yep, here we are.
And the rest is history.
The rest
How
is
long
history.
ago was it? I don't even remember now.
It's been
I'm grayer and probably fatter, right? So
4 years, but it seems like yesterday sometimes.
4
yeah.
years,
Yep, it's
really?
been I think
Jeez.
4 or 5 years. Yeah.
so and then what's your role at the Watts Group? Can you tell the folks?
So I'm the residential project manager. So I
Okay.
do the plans, innovation and new plans. I'll do all the estimating, look through for selections, change selections, come up with some new ideas there, find ways to implement, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that you see.
So
in
the
other
initial
homes.
interview, you meet the customer,
Yes.
and then you take them through that process of new construction.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you're kind of like not only handle all the business with the Watts Group as far as new construction, as
Mhm.
far as residential, you handle the custom homes,
Yes. Yep.
which has really expanded this year. We can
Yes.
talk about that here in a minute. So let's talk about our parades coming up, what your role's been, and the team's role,
Mhm.
because it is a team effort there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how. Give me your thoughts and where did it come from to build an incredible parade home, which we've never done anything close to this on McBride Trail and Trail Ridge. Tell us about when that started and what the group went through to make that come to fruition. Our
Oh,
parade home, which we're going to show off here next week.
Yep, yep. Well, it all starts with development. We have great piece of land out there in Solon and McBride Trail. We call it Street of Dreams. It lent itself to a new product that we haven't specialized in the past as far as spec homes. Touching that $1 million spec home is
Right.
it's an exciting thing. And so we started planning it. We went through probably 5 different plans before we kind of settled down on one.
And when were we starting this? What date were we starting last
Th-
summer?
yeah,
About a year
this
ago.
time. Yeah, this time last year
Right,
we
yeah.
started.
So it's been over a lot of people think when they see a parade, they started it 3 or 4 months ago. And
Mhm.
no, there's a lot of planning goes in that. The subdivision you're talking about is Trail Ridge and Solon, right? Just west of Solon.
Yep.
And there's a road that's very to the south of it. It's called McBride Trail,
Yeah.
which we call the Street of Dreams, which has just
Mhm.
been amazing street. You got to come out and see it. So anyway, you start with several plans, several designs. Another plug I want to give is Adam Pretorius.
Yeah.
Who's another realtor and does a lot of things in the Iowa City areas. Did a fantastic job with us, helped us. We talked to him quite a
Mhm.
bit on the initial design and what was selling. And Adam was very helpful to our group
Very much so.
when
Yep.
we were putting this house together. So,
Yep.
so anyway, you got a plan. You settled on a plan. Then what'd you do?
Then we have to start just settling on some details because usually it's okay. We want to build the best house that we can, and
Yep.
but okay, we've got a price point
Right.
that we've got to hit.
We want to sell it.
Yeah, we want to be able to sell it. Yep.
That's always good if we could sell.
Yeah. So a little bit of my job is to dig in. Okay, what's expected in this price point,
Right.
and how do we do that and still keep it under $1 million or whatever
Right.
that number was.
Right.
And then we started digging in, and with Adam's help, and there were several people. Megan Recker, we brought her
Right.
on board because it's like, okay, we need
What
somebody.
was Megan's role?
So she's an interior designer, but she
Okay.
also helped like at the beginning with the plan of, hey, you're missing that wow factor.
Right.
We need something here.
Right.
What are we going to do? So she helped us kind of develop a few of those ideas, and spurred some thoughts. We have some white oak on the exterior of the house. That's something new that for the area probably.
Right.
And then the interior, we have the double acting pantry door, the built-in hutch, the double pocket doors going into the den is kind of something that you haven't seen since 1800s,
Right.
but it's super cool.
Right.
Yep. And then working through colors, and I mean, we spent what 3 weeks on wood floor,
Yeah.
So it's just been a process.
So Megan Recker, I think it was Aller Design, right? Built this house. Or
This
is
one's Almond.
This is Almond Design.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Almond
Almond
does a great work in Cedar
Yep.
Rapids. Allison's a designer,
Mhm.
right? Okay. Allison, you got with her, you got Megan Recker Design, our group, the bidding process, all our vendors. Rattle through some of our vendors who and all the vendors have just done a tremendous job with this house.
Yes.
With
they
all
have.
our houses, actually, but
Mhm.
this house especially. So
Yep.
tell us about who did what in the house. What you got? Megan as a designer, Alma Design, as far as an interior decorator.
Mhm.
Alma Design. Now go on. Trail Ridge Subdivision.
Yep. So we have Concrete Central.
Okay.
They've been a good partner of us for a long time.
Okay.
They do our foundation flat work,
Okay.
all that. Suburban Lumber.
Okay.
They've been great to work with.
Right.
Composite. They worked with us on some new products lately as far as composite decking and
Right.
screen rails, stuff like that.
Okay.
KBD or Illuminate. Kim. She helps us with the light
Kim
fixtures.
at Light at Illuminate, right?
Yep.
Okay.
She helps us with light fixtures and cabinets, countertops, Elite Stone.
The cabinets are unbelievable.
Yeah, they are.
Unbelievable. With that glass up on top, and under
Mhm.
cabinet lighting,
Yeah.
cabinets, appliances were Slager.
Appliance, Elite
Amazing
Home
appliances.
Audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did all of our. They actually wired it for Sonos. That was special for
Oh.
the buyer, but it's
Okay.
kind of cool feature. They also, they did all the backlit cabinets and under cabinet lighting, plug rails. We have
Right.
a lot of accent lighting going through that house.
Okay. Who else then? Who did the heating and cooling?
Affordable Heating and Cooling out
Okay.
of Anamosa. Yep, they did the heating and cooling. 5 Star Plumbing did the plumbing in that
Okay.
one. I think Ferguson supplied all the fixtures, the plumbing fixtures. So
Okay.
we use some new stuff that we don't typically use.
Right. Right. The master suite's amazing.
It is.
Absolutely amazing.
Yep, advanced millwork. We trimmed all the windows and did
Mhm.
some full mullion windows, some really neat stuff in there. Josh Mahaffey actually installed it all.
The trim, did the
Yep.
trim work? The base is what, 6 inch or?
It's 7.5 on the
7.5.
main. Yeah, it's
See, I
pretty.
don't
It's
even
incredible.
know.
Yeah, well, 10
I'm glad
foot
you're
ceilings.
here.
Yeah.
No, everybody did a fantastic. The flooring, Randy's
Yep,
Carpets.
Randy's Carpets. Yep.
Been partners with them a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Walk-in closet off the master.
Closets Plus.
Tell
yeah.
us about the shower that's just level and
Oh yeah, zero entry. It's like a
zero
spa.
entry?
It's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So zero entry, you can it wraps around the corner. There's a diverter valve, and we have several shower heads in there. They're all gold fixtures or
right.
champagne or whatever they are.
Right.
Whatever.
Walk-out lower level has a wine bar right downstairs.
Yep.
Workout room. What, is it 5 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms?
It is 5 bedrooms.
Right.
Yep. There and
3-car garage, tons of storage.
that the third stall is like 35 feet
Yeah.
deep or
Put
something.
a motorhome
Yep.
in there. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's not high enough, but
It's
So,
it's big enough. It sure
9-foot
seems like it.
basement ceilings. I mean, so I guess when we talk about this, it's easy to get excited about it, but you got to see it. And then Megan Recker decorated it with furniture,
Yeah.
and she has done. I can't say enough good things about Megan. It's a fantastic job.
Yes.
Everything is just color coordinated. The half bath off the front door coming in. The office, I've heard so many comments about that front office. So, I've been doing this for a few years, and I've never seen us come together as a team and build a house like this and put it all together. And now to see a finished product, I'm so excited. You need to see this house. I mean,
Yeah.
you need to see all the houses. I mean, I want to
Mhm.
promote the whole parade, all the guys that build homes, all the folks that
Yep.
work so hard for the parade of homes. But you really need to come out to Trail Ridge and see this house on McBride Trail. Wouldn't you agree?
I would
For
agree.
all
yeah.
the homes
Yep.
we built. We built homes for more expensive than this, but this is right at $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worth every penny of it. It's sold. I
Yep.
like hearing that.
Yep.
Wonderful couple coming in, and they're moving in late June, I think.
Yep.
And it's got and it's right in Trail Ridge, and you got a trail behind it, takes you all the way to Waterloo.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really ambitious, want to ride your bike to Ely, up to C Street, to
Yeah.
Cedar Rapids, on up to Center Point, Urbana, and all the way up through to Waterloo, Evansdale. So anyway, it's a great. So tell us, we spent the time We designed a house. I think Adam Pretorius said, "Why don't you guys build 3 or 4 more of those? Why just build one?" And tell the folks what happened since we started that house, and people started to see what we did in Trail Ridge, in Solon, on that cul-de-sac, Street of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened since then?
We should have built 3 or 4, Gary.
I know at the time I'm thinking, oh, $3 million. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Or want to do that in a spec basis. So we should have, right?
Yeah, we should have. Because we've started another one, custom, down the street. It's right on the cul-de-sac.
Right.
Great house. In Athens, it was one that we were debating on for the parade, actually.
Right.
We developed that plan.
Another one. So at the end of the cul-de-sac's another house, right?
Yep, and that's a custom home. So
beautiful.
Working with 2 others for custom homes on the Street of Dreams. So
right.
It's exciting. It really is. And then down on High Ridge Trail, we're working on 3 or 4 more custom homes.
Custom homes, right?
Yes.
And then the other parade sold. So tell us about, I'm giving a lot of highlights on the Street of Dreams, and we've got other pre-sales that are going to go on that street, because if you do want a family area, if you want to be able to get in your golf cart at night, if you want to be able to just walk on a trail, walk around Lake McBride, it's there, and you can walk to school. What's school? Half a mile. I mean, 3/4. I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah.
There's a dog park. There's like 30 acres of open space in Trail. I mean, you need to come to Solon.
It's great.
Great schools, great people. We love Solon. So tell us about our other parades.
So down the street we have 1005 High Ridge Trail. Okay. Another gorgeous home. Okay. It has like a 14-foot ceiling in the foyer, 3-piece crown, and then it has a 12-foot ceiling in the living room with 8-foot tall windows. I mean, all of our homes we've put a lot of time, a lot of effort in them. I mean,
this is a ranch with a walkout, right?
This is a walkout ranch, yep. And it's next door to Brent, so I mean, it should sell right away, right?
And Brent's our residential coordinator, right?
Yep.
Yurkowski.
Yeah. Yep.
He's famous. He's got the golf simulator in the basement, right?
Yes.
I shouldn't have said that publicly. They'll all be knocking on the door, but you don't have to knock. He's got the door open, right?
That's right. I mean, how do you think we got the 3 pre-solds? I told them all he had a golf simulator. But yeah, it's a great house.
Okay.
And then we have another one across the street.
And that's sold too.
That's sold.
That's another great thing about it. It's sold.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you one more sold one.
Good.
That we have.
Good. Yeah. Keep going. I like this.
Yeah. So 900 High Ridge Trail is our Regal duplex. It's a great duplex. Walkout basement overlooking the woods. It's great. And it's our right side. So has 10-foot ceilings on the main floor, 9-foot ceilings in the basement. A 10 by 18 screened in deck with a 12-foot patio door leading to it. It's a gorgeous house.
Walkout, trees,
yep.
Stream behind. And that's north off the highway, right?
Yep.
Everything we've talked about has been south, but that's north.
That's north, yep.
And how did that, tell us about the process of how we came up with that duplex, how you guys came up with this.
So, Chuck Bruggeman.
Yep.
He's a eccentric guy and a great architect that we use in Cedar Rapids. And we knew we needed a product that was a nicer 3-car duplex that has to be able to fit on our lot sizes. So that's where it came up with. And then, we built the first one, which we called the original Regal. And we thought, the right side is gorgeous, perfect. The left side, if we just change a couple things here and there, we're going to make it great. So that's what we built this year is a Regal B or Regal 2. And it's the left side's also sold. Good thing. Yeah. And it's over 1,500 square feet on the main level for a zero lot is pretty impressive.
In a finished basement, you're what, 2,500?
Yeah, we're over that. Yeah.
So it's like 2 houses together.
Yes.
I've never seen anything like it. As much space. When you pull up 3-car garage.
Yep.
1,500 on first floor. Master suites, amazing. Huge screened-in porches. Decks are amazing. You got vaulted ceilings. What are they? 10-foot ceilings.
10-foot ceilings throughout the main. Yeah, it's cool.
Full back staircase. Walk out lower levels. And it's when you're in it, you swear you're in a house. You're not in a duplex. You don't even know you're in a duplex.
No.
So I think people that have bought it, once they see it, every time that we build that, get it up, and before drywall, they're sold.
Yes. Yep.
So if you're coming out on the parade, and if you don't want to spend the money on a new single family, but you want a duplex and have, the ability, it's not going to be as costly as a house, walkout lots near a stream, wooded, we've got the plan. Again, your team took the time to find a new design, spent several months at it. We built one, we perfected it, we perfected both sides now, and now we've got, in my opinion, one of the best duplexes we've ever put on the market.
I agree.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I've never seen anything like it. So through your guys' innovation, we've got the parade on McBride.
Yep.
We've got the Linnell up the street on Trail Ridge. We got McBride Trail, Street of Dreams. and we have this duplex, and I hate to just call it a duplex. It sounds kind of strange. Like
doesn't do
we
it
call
justice.
No, not at all. Because when you pull up, you swear I've never seen anything as nice as this property that we have called the Regal. So if you're on the parade, come to Solon, come to Trail Ridge, right?
Yep.
We've got the Regal, which is an amazing duplex. We've got the Linnell, which is an outstanding ranch in the 600 range, and then we got the parade right around $1 million. Come out and check these houses out. Check the decorations. See how we put things together. I think you're going to be amazed. I've not seen anything in my whole 45-year career like these houses.
Cool.
So if
That's
that
our
means
goal.
anything, come on out.
Yeah, well,
if you believe me.
Yeah, they are. They're
So,
great. They're great.
Where else are our parades? What do we got going in Ely? Tell us about Ely.
So we have, I think we have 3 parades in Ely also. So new subdivision.
Mhm.
It's kind of it's tucked back in there a little bit. So once you get back in there, though, you see forever. You
Where
see
is
for
it?
miles.
What's the name of it?
Founders Grove. So
Founders Grove.
Founders
Ely.
Grove.
Okay, east side of Ely.
Yep.
Okay, out by the water tower, I think. It's near Dan and Debbie's ice cream or not? Because that's my favorite place.
Well, near's relative. I suppose you could say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a mile. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it isn't. I should run a mile after I go to Dan and Debbie's.
Yeah.
I can't just have one scoop.
Yeah.
So you're in Ely, Cedar Rapids Prairie, beautiful area,
hmm
nice little tucked away area. And we have 2 houses and a duplex.
Yep. The duplex is on, backs up to woods
Mhm.
that we cleared all
Open
out.
area,
It's
yeah.
it's gorgeous. Yeah, it really
Great.
is. It's a walkout basement.
Right.
And that's our. Oh, we gave them new names, Gary. So I'm not great
Yeah.
with the new
Yeah,
names.
don't
but,
give me the names. I'll lose them. But,
yep.
but we call it a Villa A, and I don't know what it is
Y-
now, but
yeah.
it backs into the woods. And then the houses have a huge open area behind, 3-car garages. And the price points in their upper 4s, right? Mid
Yeah.
3s, I think.
Yeah.
So if you're into a different price point, your CR Prairie, which is a great school system in Cedar
Mhm.
Rapids, check out Ely. We've got that. And what else do we have on the parade?
We have one more in North Liberty.
In North Liberty, in the
Yep,
Preserve.
on Cole Drive.
And where's the Preserve?
The Preserve is right off St. Andrews, Kansas area.
Kitty corner from the credit union.
Yep, there you go.
Everybody kind of knows the credit union going
Yep.
down the interstate.
Yep, exactly.
They're adding another lane there, right? 3 lanes.
Yep.
So you can kind of tell you got a big flag flying and a couple ponds. So.
Yeah.
So which property is it? On Cole? Now that's a price point house, right? A little different than what we've been talking about,
Yeah. So that's under a 400, I believe.
right?
I'm in construction, not retail, but
Right. That's all right. We're
Yep,
close,
yep.
as long as we're close.
But it's a great house. It's close to that 0 lot duplex price point,
Right.
and it's 1,266 square feet on the main, but it's over 2,300 total.
Total.
Yep, 4
And
bedroom.
that's selling like crazy. And since we
Yeah.
started those,
Yeah.
we've pre-sold some. We got other people waiting to get in more of them, and
Yep.
so it's a hot area. Preserve, as you know, just to the east of Preserve, there's I think a 40 acre park,
Beautiful.
and that's where North Liberty's putting in a splash pad, and they're putting in an amphitheater and a blues
Mhm.
barbecue and all this equipment. I think Austin, weren't we playing around on that equipment one time?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking at Austin.
Yeah.
He had me on some kind of a balance beam, about fell off, broke my neck. But
Yeah.
so North Liberty Preserves is a fantastic area.
Yeah.
And that under 400 range has been really, really popular with the real estate agents.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're in North Liberty. We go to Solon, and then we go up to Ely.
Yep.
And Dan and Debbie's is in
Yep.
Ely,
On the
right?
right. Yep. Yep.
So you can start there or end there and have
Yep.
an ice cream, right?
Mhm.
They're on the Ely and Trail Ridge are on the trails, so they're not hard to get on the bike if you like to ride your bike.
Yep.
So good. So let's talk about not just the Watts Group. I just don't want to, plug us. Let's talk about all the parades. So Austin, I know you've got something pulled up because I want to make sure that if people are listening to this, to go see all the homes that the home builders have spent so much time to bring onto the public and done a fantastic job. And we got a great alignment this year. I think it's one of the best alignments. Looks like 24 houses, right, Austin?
Yeah. 24 homes.
Yeah. So anyway, let's just roll through a few of these to see. The first one's on Pine Grove, Iowa City.
Yeah. There's 10 of them over 900,000 this year.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, and look at how beautiful these houses are. We just
Yep.
haven't seen, the market's been really strong since COVID. There's a shortage of housing. Interest rates are up a little bit, but boy, we got some fantastic houses.
Yeah.
And different kinds of houses. Here's a house on Ronald's.
Yeah. Some different houses. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
some new builders.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting parade.
Where's this? Scroll back down. Where's this one? Auburn Ridge. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
That's a
several out
good
there.
looking house. Beautiful house. Who
Mhm.
built that? Who did that?
That was Brooke.
Brooke.
So we've worked with Brooke a little bit.
Okay. Oh, interiors. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do know her. Okay. And Auburn Ridge. Oh, and that's the new area off Dubuque Street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I think Gary Frakes has a
Gary
great
Frakes,
house.
Elevation. Yeah.
Elevation Home Builders, beautiful homes, and they had things similar in Tamarack on the east side, and
Yes.
now they're off Dubuque and Chick Mead's old farm. That dates me. Telling you who used to own it. Rebecca Street Elevation. That must be off Dubuque too. Huh? I don't know
Yep.
the names of some of these.
Yep. We have one in Scanlon.
Psalm, and that's
Mhm.
Scanlon area. Yeah, that's
Yep.
just north of Liberty School, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful area.
Yep.
Beautiful area. Boy, these are great houses. It's like Hodge has got something really nice.
Yep. Right on the golf course there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could buy that house and go golfing, right?
Yep.
Hodge Construction did a nice job, Andy and the gang.
Mm-hmm.
McBride Trail, there's our house. Yeah, we got to put a plug in for that. We've been talking about
Yep.
it
Yep.
all morning here. So 407 McBride Trail, and then High Ridge Trail. That's that duplex that we talked about that's just absolutely amazing. And then the
Yeah.
other one, High Ridge, is what we call the Linnell.
Yeah.
And that's at the ranch. It's sold. It has a huge lot. Opens up in the common space there in Trail Ridge and Solon. Let's see, Sunflower Ely. That's
Yeah.
our thing. Both those sunflower houses, those look great.
Yeah.
Nice price point homes under 500,000. And then our duplex there in Switchgrass and Ely.
Yeah. That looks sharp too.
Yeah, it does. Coal Drive. That's our little houses under 400, and
Yep.
just a really nice compact designs. Just a great price point right near that park in North Liberty. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Sage Drive, I believe
So
that's
some
Grand Rail Evans.
Yep.
Yeah, those are nice looking townhouses. Good job there. Let's see, Russell Slade Boulevard in Coralville.
Todd Hahn.
Todd Hahn, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
over in Kelowna.
Yeah, Kelowna. Now, is that in a new area there south of Kelowna?
I believe it is. I'm
Mhm.
I'm anxious to go see that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Adam Koss with Moyna put that
Yep.
project together. Beautiful area south of Kelowna.
And Kyoto.
Keota.
Yeah, that's a new one,
Hey,
right?
Yeah, well, great. Well,
That's
that'd be
that's
worth the trip.
6,300 square feet. It looks like it should be worth the trip.
McCready, good for them. Then you have a virtual tour. I don't. That's another McCready home must be sold, huh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
I think
Well,
it's a remodel. Yep.
just by what I'm seeing here, and we'll have more promotion on our podcast. Austin will put some things out. We've got some. I think it's one of our best parades.
Last year was maybe 13 or 14 homes. The year before that was similar, and now we're
Yeah.
at 24. And
Now we're back.
yeah, nine
and-
over 900,000.
Yeah. And when I first started, way back when, that's when, the cars just barely had tires on them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The parade of homes was always where everybody put their best foot forward and had really, what I call really expensive homes, and we're kind of back at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're, come out and check the houses out. If you're looking for parade homes, if you're looking for ideas, if you're looking to get started, if you're looking for lots, you need to come to the parade of homes this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to be sitting there, so if you have any questions, stop
Right.
by.
Well,
and see
what
me,
time are
yeah.
you going to be sitting there? I'll tell everybody.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Probably, I think I'm on a weekday actually.
Yeah, I think Brent's going to be out. Our whole
Yeah.
team will be out, staffing these houses. So anyway, my hats off to your group, your team. I think the public needs to know, we're building a lot of custom homes now. A lot of people think of the Watts Group, it's a production builder. We can do production, but we also do an incredible job of custom homes. And I think this year your group is how many, 10 or 15? Custom
15
homes?
easy. Yeah.
Easy
yeah,
15.
Easy 15.
Right. So
yeah.
I know that's keeping you up at night, right? A little
it,
bit.
it does just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to keep you up all night,
Yeah.
maybe part of the night. But so we just had, I think a lot of that success has to do with our great subdivisions
I agree.
and then also with our designs.
Yep.
And then again, kudos to Adam Pretorius, who did a lot of work with us this last fall,
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah.
And then Brent and the crews that are build them. And then
Yeah.
all our suppliers, all our vendors, and Megan Recker, and as far as design, it's just, I can't say enough. And if you're ever thinking about going to a parade, go this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to go this year.
This year's one
And
not to miss for sure.
All these houses are fantastic. All the builders have done a great job, and I'm just here to promote the whole show. So,
Mm-hmm.
anything else that you want to share with us? What keeps you up at night? Do you think, if you had to say?
Oh, if I had to say, probably details. You're building someone's custom home, and there's
Mhm.
just so many details involved, and it's their biggest investment ever. And there's
Mhm.
10 or 12 of them you're working with at one time, and just
You don't
making
wanna miss
I
something.
don't want to miss something.
Right. And people, we build, I don't know, 80, 90 homes a year. And a lot of people go, wait a minute, I built my own home. That drove me crazy. And to think about how much we have going on. But I really think at the Watts Group, I think you guys try to make it as painless as possible. I think the real estate brokers know that.
Yeah.
And we truly want to treat people like we want to be treated. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that go on in a house. There's a lot of selections you have to make. There's a lot of things you have to do up front. But, we do it all the time, and we
Mhm.
try to make it as painless as possible. And I don't want to call it easy because it is an easy process, but I think we want to make it so that you're happy and thrilled
Mhm.
at the end of the process, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you try to do your best you can for folks,
Yep.
right?
We try to make it as stress-free as possible.
Right. Because it is stressful, because a lot of times you got an electrical walkthrough and you got to pick out things and you got to have it done by a certain date to keep
Mhm.
us on schedule.
Yeah.
But as long as you know that up front, and I know you guys do a good job with customers up front, say, here's what you need to be doing
Yep.
to stay up on our schedules. And then when you hand it off to Brent to build it, it's just like clockwork.
Yep.
And there's always going to be something come up. There's going to be a change order. That's to be expected, but we're
Mhm.
going to handle it and deal with it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you what you want. That's the
Yep.
main goal. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing's ever perfect, but we're going to try to make it as seamless as possible.
Yep.
Would you agree?
I would agree. Yep. And
Yeah.
there is always a change order. I tell everyone, if you don't have a change order, you will
Right,
be the
right.
first.
Or you're going to walk in and go, why did I put the
Yeah.
bathroom over here? Can we move a wall? Well, yeah,
of
let's
course
do
you
it
can.
as we're walking through it.
Yep.
A little hard to do when we're done.
Yeah.
But we want customer satisfaction. That's what we get up every day for, and we strive really hard
We do.
to make
We do.
that happen. So,
Yep.
anyway, sum it up: Trail Ridge, Street of Dreams, McBride Trail,
Hmm.
Ely, Founders Grove, and a little bit going on in the preserve.
Yep. There's
So
a
that
lot
ca-
going on in the preserve.
So, what
but
are you
we-
most proud of at the Watts Group that you've accomplished? Tell us something. You said what keeps you up is all the houses. What are you most proud of?
Probably plan development and just implementing some more design features, as far as people think of us sometimes as a production type builder. And every home, I look at every selection, and we always try to add something in there that'll keep, that'll make you remember that house that sticks out.
Right.
Whether that's 724 Cole, we put a stained pantry door with some glass in it. It's a price point home. You can't do everything, but we do think about every single one of them. They
Try
go
to
through
put
three
the
hands.
extra touches so you got
Yep.
good resale. So if you're stacking up 10 years from now and you got competing properties, that they know the Watts Group built that.
Yep.
And then another thing I think you'd agree with in Brent's area, it's a little off topic, but how much do we spend, how much time and effort, and David in the callback group
A lot.
and the walkthroughs? We make sure the walkthrough, we spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
We make sure that that's a 3-hour process or so.
Hey, something longer, lots of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how you understand the mechanics of the home, who to call when something happens, and then our warranty process. And then if you have issues, you call certain people in our group.
Yep.
And
yep.
we spend a lot of overhead and effort to make sure that you're happy after the sale.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. And those guys are amazing.
Yeah. David's great. David's wonderful at warranty, and
He's the best.
Yep.
Has a temperament, and there's going to be things that are going to pop up. It's a house. There's things that are going to be cracked. There's going to be, this is going to move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Our weather. There's things that just happen.
Yep. It's
know,
Iowa.
Yeah.
We're building it when it's negative 30, and then you move in and it's 110. And stuff
Sometimes you
happens.
get a 5-inch rain. What are you
Yeah.
going to do about it? It's Iowa.
Yep.
You're right. Wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we want to make sure that you're happy, and I want to see you in Hy-Vee, and I don't want to push my cart and hide in the frozen fruit aisle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he's over there. What are you doing in there? You got to come out of the cooler. Well,
Yeah.
it's because I want to say hi to you. How's the house? How are the kids?
Yep.
How's it going? Good. Well, great. This has been fun. The Iowa City Parade. Let's go through the dates again. It's June 8th. Austin, can you run that back just so I'm saying? June 8th, it's 10 to 5. Sunday, June 9th, it's noon to 5. Tuesday, June 11th, 5:30 to 8:30. Thursday night, 5:30 to 8:30. June 13th, and then it's the 15th and 16th. So you got 2 weeks and 2 days during the week. It's going to be amazing. It's worth the effort. Oh, one other final thing. Does it cost people to come through them? Is there a fee?
Yeah. I believe there is.
Does it go to the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts? Who gets paid? Is there tickets? I don't know anything
So
about it.
yeah, tickets are available, $10. You can get them at Casey's or looks like your local Hills branch.
So you do, or you can buy a ticket at the house.
Yeah, I
Is
think-
it like a puncher? Like
Yep.
a hole punch.
Yep, you can go on. I think you can go onto the Iowa City Parade of Homes website too, and just scan and get it on get your ticket on your phone now.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. All right. Well, the Parade of Homes is coming up. Thanks a ton, Caleb. I appreciate you coming in. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Get out and see the parade, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I'm
Thank
excited to
you.
see it.